wife's brother's wife's brother. But it was his mission to make sure that my brother and I stayed engaged in a positive way and had positive experiences. And it just so happened that he was the head of, or the organizing member of the Boy Scout troop at our church. Now, you might say, well, that's fine and dandy. What's really important about that? But you got to keep in mind that here I am, a 9-year-old boy who's just turned 10 years old, who's just lost his father, who has a brother who's lost his father, trying to figure out really what the world has in store for him, and trying to figure out really whether or not the world has more negativity in store, as I, of course, perceived my father's death being. But I would dare say, if I had not had the opportunity to experience or have the Boy Scout experience, not just because it's Boy Scouts in America, but because of all of what being a Boy Scout means in terms of camaraderie, fellowship, the development and fine-tuning of values, the ability to look forward through the process of learning and achieving to a future that may be bright. I will never forget, and actually this is kind of emotional, I didn't expect this. I'll never forget that the time we went on a trip to Red Top Mountain. I don't know if any of you all know about Red Top Mountain. And it's kind of funny, I can remember that trip in a very granular way. We went and we had to pitch tents, and we had to cook our own food. And for me, it was a wonderful experience, not only because it was a learning experience. I learned that when you put some beef in a foil, you need to make sure that it stays under the fire long enough. Because if it doesn't, you will be eating raw meat in the center of your hamburger. I learned that you got to make sure you got the right repellent, because if you don't have the right repellent, regardless of what you do with your tent, you're going to have some bugs get in and spend the night with you. And you wake up in the morning not looking or feeling so great. I learned that you have to know the plants in the forest, Spencer. Because if you touch the wrong one, it might look nice, but it might be poison oak or poison ivy.